Hey guys, my name is Batimio, and today I wanted to talk about the crossbow in Battlefield 4 because as of right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be added into the upcoming game, or at least when the game launches. It could come out in a future DLC, kind of like the Aftermath DLC worked, but in all honesty, this is kind of disappointing to me because I don't know if you guys are aware, but the crossbow is probably my favorite weapon in the game. And I realize it's not a primary weapon, but there's just something about it that makes it just so satisfying to use. And every once in a while, like today, I like to just go around and snipe people and use it like a primary weapon. But even when I'm using it how you're supposed to be, like, it's still just an extremely satisfying gadget to use. Like, the way I use it normally is I run with it as a recon. You guys know that the recon class, when you're using a bolt-action rifle, one of the large weaknesses of it is that you kind of struggle in close encounter conflicts. And when you throw in the crossbow into the mix, while you're not getting the advantage of having, let's say, the tugs or the MAV, which gives you a lot of information, you now are much more effective and you can be a lot more aggressive, and you don't have to be scared of people that kind of close the gap on you because you can switch on over to, you know, this amazing gadget and quickly dispose of them. But not only that, it's just a very versatile weapon in general. And one of the things that I know hardly anyone takes advantage of, actually like pretty much the entire Battlefield community doesn't use this, is the scan bolt. I made a video like a couple months ago where I pretty much demonstrated the potential of the scan bolt. I was running around as the support class. I was using it to scout out my routes and avenues. I was kind of shooting it in areas where I thought the enemy was going to be heading, and I was able to use that knowledge to destroy, like absolutely dominate the enemy team. Like, I felt unstoppable because I was able to use that information to my advantage. And I know that like hardly anyone actually does this on the battlefield, and it's honestly kind of a shame because I think that if more people actually gave it a try and understood the potential of it, it would be a lot more popular setup. But on top of all of that, it also keeps you off the minimap. Like, it's almost completely silent. And if you get into those sticky situations where you're behind enemy lines and there's a bunch of people just around the corner, you can kind of pick them off with your crossbow instead of notifying the entire team of your presence when you use your primary weapon that isn't suppressed. So that's just another benefit that just makes it such a useful weapon to use. And you guys will see throughout today's video when I'm using it as a primary weapon, like if you don't show up on the minimap when you're just kind of running around with the Xbow, like, I don't know if people just think that you're on their team or what, but like people stare at their minimap religiously, and if you don't show up on it and you're just kind of picking people off, like you'll see medics revive someone that you just took out and won't even look around to see what killed them, and then you can drop the guy that just got back up. Like, it's hilarious when you're pull it off, but it's simply for the fact that people just stare at their minimap throughout the entire game. But also, and kind of just something that I thought of, is that I think that this would suit the pick 2 system that DICE is going to be adding. If you guys aren't aware, the way that you choose your gadgets in the upcoming game is that you'll have pretty much a wide list of options that you can choose from. So if you're playing as a recon, you'll be able to pick between like the MAV, tugs, motion ball, C4, the portable laser designator, the SOFLAM, a lot of different options there, but you can only select 2 at a time. And so it will really allow you to kind of tailor it to your playstyle. And I think that if they just kind of added in the crossbow, maybe if it was only just for the recon, I'd be completely okay with that. But if they just kind of slid it on in there, I think it would work with that type of system in place. If you want a little bit more firepower, then you can use the crossbow, but at the same time, you are giving up one slot that could be used for all of those different gadgets, and so you're no longer going to have those, you know, at your disposal. So I think it would just be a nice little trade-off. But all of that being said, though, I do know that there are a lot of people out there that just flat out hate the idea of having a crossbow in the Battlefield franchise. Like, what kind of game are we playing right now? Cowboys and Indians? Like, it just doesn't make sense in a modern first-person shooter. Like, what modern military is going to use crossbows to take out their targets when they have suppressed automatic weapons? Like, it simply doesn't make sense. And so while I completely get where people are coming from when they bring up that argument, I personally just kind of want to look past those facts because I'm just so infatuated with this gun. Like, it's just extremely satisfying to use. I love the game mechanics, and so for me personally, I would love to have this in the upcoming game. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Would you like them to add it in maybe a future DLC like they did with Aftermath? Do you think it has no place in the Battlefield franchise? Let me know down below in the comment section. But that is about it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. I personally just got a real kick out of the multiple collateral kills that I got during my play session, so I hope you guys appreciated that. But until tomorrow, guys, have a good one and take it easy.